Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here. Once again, it is time for my client Lewis's vlog. And we started the week off with an incline bench press. Actually, I believe this was listed as a closed grip. He gripped it a little wide for closed grip, but we're dealing with conjugate maxes. Not really that concerned, right? Not a big deal. I think people really overthink a lot of that. A lot of times I put these different variations, we rotate grips and things, purely so that we can have different variations to max on to avoid overuse and get some of the psychological benefits from conjugate. But they don't always have to be exact. Just because I say, hey, it's a closed grip, and then some people say, well, it's not truly closed grip. I'm like, yeah, but if we test 2 or 3 different grip widths, if it's the closest one that person uses, for our tracking purposes, it's fine. Right? It's fine. And my lifters occasionally get the lifts wrong of what I ask them to do, as far as the exact name and the variation. But you know what? Does it matter if they're tracking it each time they do that same exercise and assessing their strength on it? Does it matter if when I tell them closed grip, they end up doing what's really a medium, if it's the closest grip they ever do? I've had that happen with pen benching and stuff. I'll give them a pen bench and they'll do a dead pen bench. All right. Is it the correct name of the exercise? No. That they did? But does it really matter? Does it matter in the sense of, for our purposes, psychologically and training perspective, does it matter? They still did some type of pen bench. And if they track it again, and let's say I have them do that same lift in 6 weeks or 10 weeks again or whatever, and they hit 5-pound PR on that exact same lift, even if we named it slightly wrong, are we still good? I think we are. Right? I think we are. That tangent aside, what are we doing for supplemental work? I brought, because he's going to recomp for a bit, we're not going to bulk him any further. Again, we're a little worried about total body fat. I've cut his volumes down, so I took a little bit of the extra supplemental workout, trying to make sure his volumes are good. All right, max effort lower this week, though. We did a conventional deadlift, and we got a PR. I don't remember the exact amount. That was like 190 or 195 kilograms. All right, so 4 plates and some change. Again, doing good there. But for the upper day, what did we do? We did chins, rows, pause benching, jam presses, laterals. Okay. All right, we're good there. All right, max effort lower, what do we do? Some good mornings. Glute bridges. All right, split squats. Hanging leg raises. Okay. All right, very straightforward stuff. We got our glute bridges in there, which again I have him do. They work great. I think particularly for people who don't have equipment, some people say, well, there's 2 different posterior chain exercises. Yeah, but don't I routinely do 2 different ones? Sure. Glute ham raise or reverse hyper. Well, he doesn't have all that equipment. He doesn't have that equipment, so what do we do? What are we going to do? We work with what we have. He's got a straight bar. Do 2 different posterior chain exercises with that. I can come up with more than 2 if I have to. All right. How about Romanian deadlifts? We could work that in also. But again, we work with what he has. If someone only has a barbell, right, they work. Absolutely work. It's the same thing when we talk about the other supplemental lifts. Have him do the split squats because we have a dumbbell. We have a barbell and we have dumbbells. I could have him do step-ups. We could do lunges. We could do all that with the barbell or the dumbbell. All right. How about goblet squats? Yeah. Our only issue with goblet squats, we don't have a whole lot of weight for him. It could be slightly problematic. Just because he might end up with a lot of reps. All right, dynamic effort upper day. Pretty standard rotation. 3 grip widths, right? 9 sets of 3 reps for speed bench, rotating grips, 3 sets of each grip width. Okay, what else are we doing? Chins. All right, he does some chin ups, does some rows, JM presses, lateral raises. We don't need a lot of stuff here. This is still, in some cases, his total exercises are, about equal to mine at this point now. About equal to mine. For our supplemental work. Okay. Dynamic effort, a lower day. All right. Speed box squats, that nice wide stance. Speed conventional pulls. Okay. So we do speed pulls. We do box squats, and we do our hypertrophy work. So we do some split squats. Okay. Glute bridges. And I don't know that I have good mornings on this day. Do we need good mornings on this day? I'm not convinced we always do. And how much volume do we really need? It's not bulking now. Right? He's going to gain a little muscle while we recomp, or if I need to, he might ease into a short deficit, but I don't think we need to do that. That can happen by default sometimes with some of these guys who, had to work hard to eat enough to gain weight when I take them back to maintenance type calories. All right, so what else would we do here? Hanging leg raises. All right. Hanging leg raises, which, again, I'm a big fan of. I like hanging leg raises. If I'm going to have people do ab exercises, I'm going to gravitate towards these. I'm going to gravitate towards crunches, standing crunches of some type, bands or cables. I really like bands. Just different core exercises that, achieve what we want them to achieve. And we don't need a lot of these things because we get a fair amount of isometrics for our abs on the other movements. That's something that comes up to people who are very pro planks and don't like crunches. Like, to me, that seems absurd. Seems absurd. If we're already doing a fair amount of squatting and deadlifting, again, I don't think planks bring anything special to the table. Just my opinion. We don't need another isometric for the abs. Says me. All right, guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I'll talk to you guys next time.